Bat People Part 2, man. So we've done the law. Torah next. Going to read some notes. I love reading. I love writing. I used to I train myself, man. I listen to a lot of audios as well. Radiation exposure stories, real life affected by Lucifer and his wicked plan for a new world order. If you're experiencing symptoms or paralysis after the wicked jab, you should seek medical. You should seek immediate medical attention. Oh, but didn't you seek medical attention before? Now you're in a situation. Understand? That's why I wrote that there, man. People can suffer neurological complications, Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS, a brain disorder where the immune system attacks the peripheral nerves, PERI. I'm dyslexic, autistic, and ADHD. PERIPHERIL nerves, leading to weakness and potential paralysis. Transfer myelitis, TM, Bowles palsy. These are some of the neurological attacks. Neurological and that's amyotrophy, parsonage, Turner syndrome, National Library of Medicine. This information is taken from leg paralysis after AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccination diagnosed as neurological and amyotrophy of the lumbosacral plexus. The case study: the patient presented with acute onset leg paralysis following administration of the vaccine. We speculate that the COVID-19 vaccine elicited an immune medicated inflammatory response to the injected patient. Did you know radiation exposure can cause? This is some other notes. Did you know that radiation exposure can cause paralysis primarily through severe damage to the nervous system? 7.1 million confirmed COVID-19 deaths have been reported. However, the death toll is considered much higher due to unreporting. This is in 2020 and 21. So this is old data. So unreporting estimated excess deaths 14.9 million 2020 to 2021. And second Ezra's details of the end. So check out this information for yourself. Now this is some second Ezra's information in relation to the end times. Details of the end times: global chaos, moral decay, supernatural disruptions indicating a fading world. Second Ezra's 5, chapter 1 to 13, and Second Ezra's 9 to 16 includes rampant wickedness, the sun shining at night, blood dripping from trees, strange voices, the collapse of empires, social and moral chaos. Wickedness and violence will increase, truth will be hidden, and faith will vanish. Failed efforts. People will hope for much but get nothing, and work hard with no success. Supernatural disturbances. The sun will shine at night and the moon in the day. Blood will drip from wood and rocks will speak. Earth will crack open, and that's happening, man. Fire will burst out, and that's happening. And Dead Sea will cast up fish. Animals will leave their hunts. That's all happening, man. All of it. And women will bring forth monsters. Friends will become enemies, and social order will break down. The world is described as aging, with new generations being physically smaller and weaker than the previous one, indicating the end of the creation strength. The Messiah, that's myself, man, will appear, and I have, man, with his followers, followed by a 400-year joy and subsequently a return to primeval silence for 7 days before the final judgment. The eagle in 2nd Ezra's 11 to 12 features a prophecy of an eagle, that's the Roman Empire, Esau, ruling in darkness, that is destroyed by a lion, the Messiah, that's me. Okay, that's me, man. I'm the Messiah, man, the anointed one. Daniel saw me in a dream. The Bible is a historical document of a people. The Catholic Church took out loads of information, man. The Book of Maccabees, which mentions Antiochus Epiphanes and other historical figures such as Alexander the Great. He isn't so great, though, man. in this book now. The Flat Earth by Eric the Boy. We're on page 170 if you have the book. On July 14th, 1967, the orbiter module, which weighed 5,125 pounds, detached its lander. I can find no listed weight in my encyclopedia on space, but since it could carry up to 638 pounds in the morning, my boy, of fuel in addition to its payload, that the lander had to weigh at least 1,000 pounds. NASA claims that after the lander was detached, rockets were used to slow it down to 560 miles per hour at the altitude of 800,000 feet. Then it was allowed to fall 781,000 feet under maritime gravity before a parachute was deployed at 19,000 feet. At 4,600 feet, this chute was detached, and NASA, never any straight answer on their website, clearly states to fly an aircraft it's over a flat non-rotating plane. They're lying to you. These are Freemason actors, yeah, lying to you. CGI and green screens, man. NASA tells us that it can tells us that then had a velocity of 145 miles per hour. Rocket engines under computer. Is it possible to have brains and brawn? To have brawn and brains, like you can only have brains. You can only have one or the other, brains or brawn. But what have you been blessed with both, man? Strength, yeah, and brains, like in the sand. Hidden brains where people thought you was a nobody, yeah. But then the most I was like, yo, I'll show you who you are, man. I'll show you, man. You understand? Like, praise higher, man. Rocket engines under computer control then landed it. Maritime gravity is about 37.37 that of Earth. Earth gravity, even though gravity is just a theory, man, theories aren't proven, accelerates an object at 37 feet per second. This gives Mars the ability to accelerate an object at 11.84 feet per second. The 560 miles an hour horizontal motion will not affect the downward velocity of an object that falls 781,000 feet on Mars. The terminal velocity at the time the chute was deployed was about 4,300 in the morning, my boy, 4,300 feet per square, which is almost 3,000 miles per hour. That's much faster than a speeding bullet. NASA, never any straight answer, claims that a matter of 14,400 feet, that chute operating under near vacuum conditions reduced the lander's speed to 145 miles per hour. Sure it did. That was then. Let's look at now. The next probe to land on Mars did so on July the 4th, 1997. NASA tells us that the Pathfinder came in at 16,600 miles per hour and was then jettisoned to boldly plunge into the fringes of the maritime atmosphere without using retro rockets to enter orbit. As usual, there were two different histories given by NASA. The first states that by some miracle during the next minute, its speed was reduced to 1,000 miles per hour. The second states that it was jettisoned at 5,300 miles and its speed was reduced in 30 minutes while it fell off to 80 miles. In the first case, the deacceleration would have been incredible. However, in the second case, the Pathfinder would be at the 80-mile high place, still doing 4,280 miles per hour. The NASA story gets murky, but it is assumed the Pathfinder was again followed to free fall until it was 7 miles high when NASA claims the parachute opened. Instead of streaming, because it had been popped in almost a vacuum, it billowed forth and slowed the Pathfinder down. When it was 1 mile up, it dropped to the chute below the airbag and fired retro rockets, reducing its speed to 23 miles per hour. Then the airbag hit the ground and bounced either 3 times or 16 times, depending on which official NASA source you believe. That's Ralph Rene NASA mooned America 175. If you want to see that information, just lying to you CGI green screens, man, computer graphics, man. And really, the Antarctic Treaty, the long service treaty, man. Antarctica, the realm, which is encompassing our realm, way more lands past the Antarctica's wall. Then you got like the center of the North Pole. They're trying to make it all ice there, and it's not, man. And there's shit there. There's this shit, yeah. At the North Pole, man, there's something there. There's a magnetic mountain there, man. And I believe that there's inner Earth as well, man. Hollow Earth. I think there's inner Earth as well. Civilizations, man. You understand, man? We'll look into this further, people. We'll investigate together, man. Because they're hiding shit, man, from us. So we need to find out together, man. What exactly are they hiding? And we'll find out as a team. You understand? Well, this is the human rights, isn't it? Humanity forbids the infliction of surveying injury or destruction not actually necessary for the accomplishment of military procedure. What does human rights actually do? The human rights contained within this law are based on the articles of the European Convention on Human Rights. The Act gives further effect to the rights and freedoms guaranteed under the European Convention. It means judges must read and give effect to other laws in a way which is compatible with the Convention rights. It's unlawful for a public authority to act in a way which is incompatible with a Convention right, i.e., Counter Prevention of Black Messiah, harassing prisoners of war, or you could even say Chris Cabba, Jordan Neely, Sanjay Massey, Robert Brooks, Ariana Jones, all deceased, killed at the hands of police brutality, man. Or you could say all those 15 million people and probably way more who have died at the hands of murder from radiation exposure and being presented with a wicked jab, poor medical advice, meaning your human rights have been breached. Understand, like law, Torah, Papal, human rights. Yeah, check out Dumb Die versus 1452. Yeah, because if you check out Dumb Die versus 1452, yeah, and you look at this book here, Nation Knows a Colour Line by J.A. Rogers, 1600s, scholarly backed. Yeah, look, coat of arms and that. But yo, look, you're a noble and sovereign, and suddenly you're from Africa. Then you'll never go looking for your true lands and states. What I'm showing you for. Well, page 92, Saracen. Look, bottom there, Saracen. Yeah. If you look at Dumb Die versus 1452, it says Saracen and pagans and Saracens, man. Pagans and Saracens and pagans. Look, another term for Negro. Who were the noble and sovereigns? Us. Who had their lands and states stolen? Us. We did, man. Who was sent out on Jacobite ships? I could have showed you, man. Me and my family, man. Yeah, it's true. Look, this book here. Jacobite Gleanings from State Manuscripts, a short sketch of the Jacobites, the transportation 1745 by J. Beth Forbes. The prisoners, man. The majority of them were melanated. There were some Power Jacobites as well. Nation knows our colour line, man. Alright. This is some of our family. This is our family. The Power Jacobites are our family as well, man. They're fighting for the same cause that we were fighting for, man. Do you understand? That's why we have to come together, man. There's some power people who have ancestry that links to the Stuart line, man. And to my line. You understand? This is it. We're gonna wake up and realise that we shouldn't be divided. We have to come together. They want your lands and states back. Truth Pack. Go to Israel's Edit King David Mystery Facebook here for the free Truth Pack. I tampered with my phone like I told you before. WikiLeaks Vault 7. Bam, bam, bam. Alright. Lucifer. I've done that already. Go to Ministry of Justice YouTube, yeah. Older videos, learn for free. Go to Zedekiah King David Mission YouTube, learn for free. Isaiah David, Sweet Singer of Israel, Facebook, yeah. Up to date, King 85 David shows on YouTube, yeah. Up to date, Isaiah David 412 TikTok, up to date, man. I've done the highlights there, and it's just kind of history lesson. I'm pretty much wrapping up now. So, Memoirs of the Secret Service of John Mackay. He was a spy who went to spy on the Jacobites, my family. Today, we're looking at Sir Charles Harrow, Lieutenant General, was a tutor to the Earl of Offaly, the Duke of Ormond's father, and had a company in his regiment in Holland. At the Revolution, he had a company in the Foot Guards, was afterwards Lieutenant Colonel to the regiment, was made colonel to the Fusiliers, and gradually advanced to the profits he now has, which he well deserves, being good, understanding, and abundance of learning, fit to command, if not too covetous. He is a short, black man, 50 years old. Okay, don't forget in the book of Maccabees, yeah, it says that they will sought to paint the likeness of themselves over our images. Okay, they will sought to paint the likeness of themselves over our images. We are the true nobles and sovereigns, yeah. The barbarians, the people from the north, yeah, came over and took our lands and estates, yeah, and they used a birth certificate which is corrupt. Okay, you should stop vaccinating your kids as well, man. Yeah, and that's what happened. And they came and stole our lands and estates, man. You understand? We want the stone of destiny back, yeah, and we're gonna anoint myself, yeah. We're gonna anoint me. My people are gonna anoint me, man. I'm gonna pick a king, yeah. And, you get the ingredients of the 630 commandments, yeah. Get the stone of destiny back, yeah. True Davidic wars from Scotland, man. You understand? Fuck the Hanoverian dynasty sat on our throne, yeah. Frauds, man. Fraudsters, man. You understand? From Vlad the Impaler's line. You've only got to look in the back here, man. See, look at the Celtic coins, man. Yeah, Rome, yeah. Rome took us over as well, enslaved us, man. Our own twin brother, Rome, man. Yeah, they're melanated too. Yeah, Celtic coin. Yeah, look at the Celtic coin. Look at the melanated individuals that you see before your face, man. Cane Row, fucking swirls, man. Son. Look. And you see when the Hanoverian dynasty came, man. And you see when the Hanoverian dynasty came, man. You understand? And they came. The Hanoverian dynasty, man. And go fucking around with the indigenous kids, man. You understand? Queen Victoria, man. Queen Elizabeth, man. Understand? This is the Hanoverians, man. They came and sat on David's throne. Understand? Oliver Cromwell got rid of the divine right to rule, man. Kicked us out, grouped us all together, so we're from Africa. That's a real slave story, man. Understand? Everyone knows slavery happened, man. And they created fake events, man. Set up the fake state of Jerusalem, of Israel, sorry, in 1948. Funded by the Rothschilds. It's all an act. Hitler's part of their family, man. It's all an act. Understand? The royal family, the Hanoverian dynasty, has Nazi within their families, man. Understand? All front and frauds, man. Understand? Jokers. I'm the real Messiah, man. Understand? There's my E5, man, the High Priest of Israel, man. And all the ones who sexually abuse me, man. Could you put your hand on the Bible and swear to the living Creator in front of everybody and the living Creator that I'm lying? Let's see, and expect no spiritual implications, man. I've done it in front of everybody. I could do it again, man. You understand? Praise high, living Creator. The unrepentant will be judged, man. You understand? True Davidic Raw, man. Out.